Corey LaJoie, as all signs are pointing toward him going to one of the Spire Motorsports entries for next season. And Spire's also been in talks with possibly buying parts / equipment from Hendrick Motorsports. So that's a huge development for Spire if they're willing to put that much money into their organization right now and invest in something like Hendrick Motorsports equipment. Could we see the second version of JTG Doherty Racing kind of here in Spire Motorsports? There's a bit of a correlation there, but Spire has obviously got 2 charters for right now for next season, and one of them seems to be currently filled by Corey LaJoie. So that was kind of the last move to be made here for the Cup Series for next season, I'd say, with Ryan Preece staying and Corey LaJoie just finding that spot for next season. But Spire Motorsports is definitely one I'm not expecting too much from next season. I think it'll be similar in performance with how Go Fast was this season in all respects. But Corey LaJoie, there's definitely obviously a long-term future there at Spire with the amount of money they're investing in Go Fast going down to a 6 race schedule, it seems, for next season, Kyle.
Yeah, it's obviously probably not the move that LaJoie necessarily wanted, but I think that it's one that is maybe a smart move going into the future, because you go to Spire Motorsports, which next season will, again, probably be on par with what Go Fast Racing was this year. So you kind of hold serve for another season. But when the next-gen car comes in, everything that Spire Motorsports has said has been, we're going to buy the charters now. We're going to get kind of our base down. We're going to run at the back. We accept that fact. But once the new car comes in, we're going to try and compete. And whether that's getting up to a JTG level, whether that's surpassing that, maybe that's an RCR level, maybe that's eventually getting up and being a legitimate competitive team. We don't know what their aspirations are necessarily. But I feel like that could be a solid long-term bet for Corey LaJoie. And this is a guy that I do think is maybe a hidden gem potentially, because you look at his numbers and what he's been able to do with Go Fast Racing. Everybody said that Matt DiBenedetto was this hidden gem with Go Fast Racing in the past. And then he went up to Levine Family Racing and showed that was kind of true, and then made the move to Wood Brothers this season and made the playoffs and showed that, yeah, he is a legitimate top 16 driver in NASCAR. Well, you look at Corey LaJoie and his numbers with Go Fast Racing, and his average finish is a position and a half better than what DiBenedetto was able to do at Go Fast Racing for his 2 seasons there. And DiBenedetto finished 27.1 average finish in his first season in 2017 with Go Fast. Second season with Go Fast in 2018, an average finish of 27 on the nose. Well, LaJoie steps in 2019. He improves that to 25.9. And this past season, a further improvement again to 25.6. So when I look at this season and see that the mid-pack kind of shrunk, kind of took a step forward, as we kind of mentioned in that pre-segment there, you would assume that that would mean a worse finishing position for Corey LaJoie, maybe closer to that 30th overall position versus something closer to the top 25. But he actually improved it this season as well, even though he wasn't able to pick up the 2 top 10s that he was able to do last year. But I think that LaJoie is a solid driver. We won't necessarily be able to see maybe what his potential is next season at Spire. But if we look 2-3 seasons down the road, if that relationship stays for multiple seasons, I think that this could be a shrewd pickup for both Spire and a shrewd move for Corey LaJoie going forward. So it's definitely one move that maybe will be slept on by some people, just because next season it's not going to be impactful at all. But if Spire are true to the word and are willing to commit money once that new car comes in, and with all this kind of talk about maybe acquiring some more stuff from Hendrick and all these kind of different things, seems like this could be a team that's on the up going into the future.
Yeah, this is a team that will reap the rewards in the future, not for next season.
Exactly.
It's definitely a long-term game plan here. But if this is a nice audible here for Corey LaJoie, I think it could be a nice long-term move for him. If they can just make sure that the money is there and they invest enough and they put it in the right places, that team could definitely work its way into that midfield battle and hopefully become something in the Cup Series. So that seems like that's their intentions. So we'll hopefully hold them to that, and we'll see how they do.
We will hold them to it.
Yeah, they're taking 2 charters here for next season. So they obviously feel like they have something here that has potential. So hopefully that potential does come to fruition here for Spire Motorsports. So